So the topic of this training course is implementing robotics, and it's talking about the business opportunity, so understanding where you should be employing robotics, when you should employ them, and the process steps you should go through to ensure that you're doing the right thing when implementing robotics. So we're running this training course to help people understand the basics of installing or implementing robotics. It's quite easy just to buy a robot and try and put it into a manufacturing process, but there are a lot of steps before that you need to think about, not just about the business case, but also about whether you're doing the right thing with the robot, or even the robot can actually do the task you're asking it to do. So people who are attending the course will get a lot of information from ourselves, but there's also a lot of interactive exercises that we go through with people, getting them to think about what challenges they might face with robotics, the process steps they have to go through, things that they really should be considered when they're installing robotics. So it's a bit of us talking about our best practice, but also getting people to practice those tasks before they leave.
The course has been fantastic, really eye-opening, fantastic expertise shown by Jeremy there, so I think it's been really interesting and taught me a lot about robotics implementation in the factory.
So I guess the principal challenge the course is addressing is getting an understanding of when you should be considering robots and the things around the robot that you really need to be considering. Things like, how do you provide it with the right parts? How do you ensure that it's maintained properly? How do you integrate it into your manufacturing system?
I really like it. It's very self-contained, it's very well structured, it's very informative. I love that it's got a lot of interaction between everyone there. It has you learn more things.
So hopefully the people attending the course will benefit from understanding how to implement robotics successfully, understanding what their problems are, or how to understand their own problems and then how to address those with robotics.
The course for me has been very thought-provoking. I think robotics is something we're looking at getting into, and it's been a really good step back from jumping into it and just buying a robot to actually making you think about that process. So I think very, very useful today.
I think the best advice I could offer is to really consider what you're going to be using that automation for. Understand what it is you want that automation to do, and really what the process is you're trying to automate. Too many times we see people who have installed a robot and not understood the process fully enough and end up blaming the robot, but actually it's because they haven't really understood what they're asking the robot to do.